Have you ever felt guilty just for feeling frustrated with your child? What if the pressure to stay calm all the time is actually making parenting harder, not easier? I'm Dr. Nit, and by the end of this video, you may discover that the parenting mistake isn't losing your patience sometimes. It's believing you're never allowed to. Let's start with something most parents rarely admit out loud. Sometimes your child is screaming, arguing, ignoring every request, and you feel angry. Not slightly annoyed, truly angry. Then almost immediately, another feeling appears: guilt. Many parents have absorbed the idea that gentle parenting means never showing frustration, never raising your voice, never reaching your limit. So instead of acknowledging those feelings, they push them down. But here's the surprising part. Children often sense emotions long before words. They may not hear your frustration, but they can feel it sitting underneath your smile. The goal was never to become emotionless. The goal was always to handle emotions safely. Next time you feel overwhelmed, try saying, "I'm feeling frustrated right now, and I'm going to take a minute to calm myself." That teaches something far more valuable than perfection. One of the hidden traps of modern parenting content is that it often shows the final edited version of parenting, not real life. You see calm voices, perfect responses, and endless patience. Meanwhile, your child is asked the same question 20 times, spilled juice on the floor, and refused to put on shoes while you're already late. Suddenly you start wondering what's wrong with you. The answer might be nothing. Many parents aren't failing, they're exhausted. And exhaustion has a way of disguising itself as self-criticism. The shift happens when you stop asking, "Why can't I be more patient?" and start asking, "How much pressure am I carrying right now?" Sometimes the most gentle thing you can do for your child is first showing gentleness toward yourself. Here's something that surprises many parents. Children do not need a perfectly calm parent. They need a predictable one. Think about that for a moment. A child feels safer with a parent who occasionally says, "I need a break," than with a parent who pretends everything is fine until they suddenly explode. What creates anxiety isn't seeing human emotions. It's feeling emotions that nobody acknowledges. This is where healthy boundaries become powerful. Instead of endlessly negotiating, you can calmly say, "I hear that you're upset." The answer is still no. That sentence does two important things. It respects the child's feelings while protecting your own limits. Boundaries aren't the opposite of connection. They're often what make connection possible. Many parents secretly believe that being a good parent means putting themselves last every single day. At first, it feels loving. Over time, it becomes draining. You skip rest, you ignore your needs, you push through exhaustion. Then you wonder why every small conflict feels so intense. Imagine trying to pour water from an empty glass. That's what parenting from burnout often feels like. The difficult truth is that your child is constantly learning from your relationship with yourself. When they hear you say, "I need 10 minutes to recharge," they learn that people are allowed to have needs. When they see you rest without guilt, they learn that self-care isn't selfish. It's normal. That lesson may stay with them far longer than any perfectly worded parenting script. So what is the real dark side of gentle parenting? It isn't kindness, it isn't empathy, it isn't emotional awareness. The danger appears when those ideas get transformed into an impossible standard that no human can maintain. Parents start believing they must be endlessly calm, endlessly available, endlessly patient. But children don't need superheroes. They need real people. People who get overwhelmed sometimes. People who make mistakes. People who repair after hard moments. One of the healthiest phrases you can ever tell your child is, "I'm sorry. I didn't handle that the way I wanted to." That doesn't weaken your authority, it strengthens trust. And maybe the biggest mindset shift of all is this: your child doesn't need a perfect parent. They need a parent who keeps showing up, learning, recovering, and loving them through the messy reality of family life. If you've been carrying the weight of trying to be perfect, I hope this video helped you put some of it down. You are allowed to be human. You are allowed to have limits, and that doesn't make you a worse parent. What topic do you want next? Tell me in the comments. And if this helped you feel a little less alone, consider subscribing for more parenting insights.